Hello, everyone, and this is William Armstrong here. Currently, COVID 19 in America is actually causing surges and shutdowns again, where ICUs are nearing capacity, and California closes bars in LA and other counties as reopening in America is a really bad idea with social distancing going out the window in some cases. And in Statesboro, Georgia, I've learned that COVID 19 there is on the surge there because some places there have reopened up fully. And a lot of states in America are pausing or reversing the reopening process due to the whole surges in COVID 19. But what really is concerning, what's scaring me, is the fact that reopening the states and reopening things allows the virus to resurge again and continuously copy itself from human to human when social distancing goes out the window and when social distancing isn't followed. It just creates a bit of a overflow and overwhelming of the medical hospitals. Things are near an ICU capacity, like maxing out. Um, there's 10 million cases, 500,000 deaths worldwide. I'm watching ABC News, World News Tonight, and most bars and places should not attempt to try to reopen. In my opinion, shouldn't, just because doing so will reallow the virus to spread in asymptomatic transmission or symptomatic transmission. I'm very well aware of the asymptomatic and symptomatic transmissions. I'm aware of both, and obviously, I still urge that social distancing must be followed, but I don't think that'll be very well followed too well due to because 4th of July is coming up in America. And Arizona's got 13% of ICU beds available, and that number will soon either continue to go down as it nears capacity. But my guess is that if the virus continues to spread, this will cause a lot of stress. And Chuck E. Cheese's another restaurant type arcade restaurant for kids alike that files for bankruptcy in 2020 due to the COVID 19 hitting a strain on it. So some people do put on face masks, some do, some don't. Texas is already on a dangerous turn. So I'm seeing a video on ABC World News Tonight of people partying in a massive club, all bunched up around each other, shoulder to shoulder. I'm not showing any of the ABC World News Tonight video due to copyright reasons. I'm not showing it. I have the TV on, but the volume turned down, so obviously I'm not going to show any of that due to copyright problems. But what I'm looking at is seeing a lot of different people talk about, including Vice President Mike Pence. He's urging people to wear masks, but there's the older generation that will wear masks, and the younger generation might not wear masks, meaning, I'm not really sure how to put it. I have masks myself, and I'll show you them. I actually have two different variants. So this is one of them that somebody else made for me. Let me just put my phone up here to where I won't drop it, but if I can park it right there. So right here's how I do it. There's a bridge part that will go on my nose, but obviously this part, the firm part goes here, and I do this, and I'm all protected like this. So you should always wear a mask in public. Like, try to do it no matter what. But people have to wear a mask. It stops the virus from being transmitted if you have it. It stops it going to you through your respiratory lung, like through your nose, mouth, and lungs. Mainly, it's a respiratory virus. But due to the Saharan desert dust cloud in America right now, It can also cause problems with respiratory issues, also making things worse due to COVID-19. So people should always wear a mask and handle it by the straps. Never touch this part with your hands. Never do so because you're putting germs to it. And you can also sanitize and wash your masks. But I've also worn this when I went to my local grocery store in person. I've actually put this on and did it. And I followed the guidelines. I tried to avoid touching my face frequently. Use either hand sanitizer as long as it's got a higher alcohol content, like 70% or higher. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. There is also an issue where the FDA, I learned recently that there's some hand sanitizer out there that is made from different companies that may have methanol, like a toxic alcohol ingredient that is harmful to humans. And the alcohols I've got, or the sanitizers I've got, are ethyl alcohol, not methanol, which is a toxic alcohol compound that's found in some hand sanitizers, but not in certain brands. It's only in some brands that have it, some don't. And I still think that this whole Black Lives Matter protests and things like this is also may cause issues too during COVID-19. But in matter, I'm all about all lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter. I'm not myself, I'm not racist, I'm not. It is just, I'm very annoyed and frustrated how President Trump retweets video of man shouting white power. He retweeted a racist message, which is getting controversy and talked about, but still, why would you retweet a message saying white power when that is so racist and controversial now in today's society? The Confederate monuments are controversial now. Confederate flag controversial, like the show Dukes of Hazzard with Bo, Luke, Duke, Uncle Jesse, Roscoe, P. Coltrane, and Boss Hogg. That show was also taken off air because it has the Confederate flag on top of the General Lee. And obviously the Confederate flag has been sort of pulled from history because it has some controversy behind it. Aunt Jemima, the brand for the pancake syrup, also is being rechanged due to the Aunt Jemima character on the bottle. Uncle Ben's also being changed because you can see an African American on the product of Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima. So those are getting rechanged because of the racism issues. But I've seen issues of topics of racism being talked about quite a lot in 2020. So I'm against racism. Indeed, I am against it. It is not very nice, not very cool. But other than that, I'm just having to put my foot down about racism, social distancing not being properly adhered or followed, and the number of COVID-19 cases on the research, again, creating a bit of a bad headache for businesses that try to reopen but backfire because of the virus still, and Chuck E. Cheese is already filing for bankruptcy due to COVID-19, which COVID-19 has caused some businesses to lose financial money because they're not able to reopen successfully or fully. And this puts a hamper on the businesses themselves, causing some problems. But I still think it is just best if businesses try to cancel reopening, or things try to to reverse or cancel reopenings, or try to find a way around reopening, as a way to try to reopen but not allow a ton of people to gather shoulder to shoulder, and to try to reduce capacity of the businesses to ensure that COVID-19 doesn't continue to spread and cause more problems than already asked. And now protests turn deadly, where shooting sends a protest into chaos during the whole hold on, I'm looking at the ABC World News Tonight. Someone shot at a protest, and it causes protesters to run completely chaos panic. Hold on. There is a suspect, Stephen Lopez. This is in Louisville. It's about defunding the police. I'm guessing that this is in Louisville, Kentucky, or it's in Louisville in the U.S., but I'm not sure which Louisville it is. I don't know if it's in Louisville, Kentucky. If it is, I will post a comment or update the description of this video saying it's in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, I don't know which Louisville is in just yet until I can find out more. But obviously, this whole year's been about Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter. This whole year's just been a mess, including defunding the police. So, trying to defund the police a little bit is somewhat controversial, but err on the side of caution. I still think police officers still need to have some weapons removed, some that go a little bit too far, just some a little bit, but still have some weapons, but things like that. And there's a Godzilla dust cloud. It's a 3,500 mile long cloud seen from space where you got dust clouds from Texas to Atlanta, all in the southeastern U.S. from south central to southeast. Like, due to COVID-19, the dust cloud can make things worse. But obviously, this dust cloud is another scary thing during COVID-19 as well. It traveled from the Saharan desert all the way to Atlanta, Georgia, making hazy sunsets and hazy images, like hazy screenshots and pictures of what it looks like outside. But some of that dust wouldn't really make it to the ground, I don't think. I don't know if it will or will not make it to the ground. But other than that, this is William Armstrong signing out. And take care, and I will see you next time. And be sure to follow social distancing. Bye-bye.